Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. I greet everybody for coming on this YouTube live. You know, we're here to talk about a so-called pastor being arrested in general for filming underage girls. Underage. We have another so-called pastor that was caught, arrested for filming underage girls. First and foremost, y'all know my disclaimer. I'm not a pastor, preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church at all. You know, I'm not here to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement in general. You know, just more so exposing, putting the people on alert of creeps out there like this fellow that we're about to talk about. You know, I've been meaning to make a story about this fella, but you know, I got tied up and busy with other stuff here on YouTube and things like that. I greet everybody in the chat room, Claire, and things like that. Y'all know this is my low key YouTube channel, where it's that we more so talk about news and things like that. You might see some YouTube shorts going. You might see some material from my primary YouTube channel on here and whatnot. I thank everybody for viewing this channel and coming on here, checking out the videos and whatnot. Channel is doing pretty well for sure. We're closing in on 4,000 watch time hours in general. It's been a lot of hard work, man. And I appreciate everybody for coming on this secondary YouTube channel. Do remember the Truth of God videos. It's on my third YouTube channel. For sure. Let me go there right quick. I'm gonna go to my third YouTube channel because a lot of people, you know, been asking me about, the videos of the Truth of God and things like that. So I'm gonna show you right quick, you know, about the Truth of God videos and what have you. So this is my third YouTube channel. That's my third YouTube channel, Tony Harvin TV. It's filled with nothing but the Truth of God messages on there. So if you haven't subscribed to that channel, do remember you have to subscribe to that YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to get the latest videos of the videos that I put out of the Truth of God. You know, I got a new video coming, a new video that I was listening to from Gino. You know, I think it was about I think somebody came to his office cursing at him and whatnot, and he gave a little testimony upon it. So we're gonna put that out, you know what I'm saying, sometime this week. So you gotta subscribe to that YouTube channel and hit the notification bell, and for sure. So what up to Claire? He says, I think all these stories are happening because God is exposing the darkness like he said he would before he comes back so everyone can see the wolves. I mean, it's a lot of them. That's being exposed in general. And it's a sad thing that you know these guys they get into these positions and whatnot, and they think just because they're pastors, call themselves pastors and preachers and whatnot, they think it's okay to do. But like I always say, a lot of these guys are not preachers at all. They just put the title in their name, pastor, at the end of the day. All right, so here's the story that I should have been talked about a couple of days ago, but I got tied up. A youth pastor, it happened recently though, a youth pastor is charged with filming a woman showering girls as young as 14 in a bathroom. Now, what man what man has any type of interest in filming? He had to stoop so low to film 14-year-old girls taking a shower, and he calls himself a preacher. He got a LinkedIn account too, a professional LinkedIn and things like that. You know, so we're looking to expose this guy. You know what I mean? To more people across the world in general. For those who check this video out during the live, and shout out to those who check the video out on a replay. You know, if you're new to this channel, you know, if you like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, for sure. So this so-called youth preacher, so-called Daniel Mayfield. Daniel Mayfield, as you can see the story, you know, he was charged with filming women showering girls as young as 14 in the bathroom. Now, he is from South Carolina, you know, about 20, 30 minutes across the border from me. You know, it says a youth pastor in upstate South Carolina has been charged after allegedly filming multiple women and girls as young as 14 years old. Wow, that's crazy. While they were showering or using the restroom while in church. So the man filmed women as they was going to the bathroom. What type of interest you have filming a 14-year-old girl or anybody while they urinating or taking a number two? What type of sick mind is that? You understand? What type of sick mind you got to want to film somebody defecating? What up, James Banks? Hope all is well. Claire says, I guess that's why he wanted to be a youth pastor. It's like they don't even do background checks. They let anyone hold office in the church. That's true. That's absolutely true. And a lot of these organizations and whatnot, as is always mentioned, that a person can come into a church, a so-called church, right? They can quote scripture. They can speak in fake tongues that they made up. And a lot of people would be amazed, like, wow, this person is a man of God. You know, he knows the word. He probably plagiarized some sermons and whatnot that he got offline. You know, it's amazing how these fellas can fool people out here easily. You understand? What up, finally aware of you? What up, what up, what up? Hope all is well, for sure. It says, Daniel Mayfield, 35 years of age, who served as a youth pastor in Gownsville Baptist Church in Landrum since 2016, was arrested in Bowling Springs and charged last week with 5 counts. 5 counts of first-degree sexual exploitation of a minor and 1 count of voyeurism, according to the local news. So they said the sheriff deputies, you know, with the Greensboro County Sheriff Office said Mayfield admitted. So he admitted to it. He admitted to recording a woman while she showered at her mother's house on May 27th, according to the outlet. Now, what type of person would allow a person like that in their household? Listen, family members can't even come to my house unannounced. They have to get permission to come to my house. Of course, besides my mother and kids and grandmother. You know, I don't even allow, well, I don't have too many friends. I don't have nobody coming over, chilling out, hanging out with me and my kids. I don't even allow that at my place. I ain't even tell family members where I live. You understand? Let alone letting a stranger in your house. If you don't know that person, if you ain't do a background check like Claire stated, I ain't letting nobody in my house. If you ain't my kids, if you ain't close, I'm talking about tight knit. There's some people out there that I'm cool with and whatnot and associate with, but guess what? They can't come here. Even if you find out my address on the internet, family members and associates, I don't care if this person was in prison for 10 years and needed a place to stay. I don't care if a family member needed a place to stay. And I know how they are. Don't come here. Don't come here unannounced unless we have some guidelines that we got to follow. You got to sign a contract. Coming to my place, you want to stay here. Listen, the rent I might skyrocket the rent, in general. But people are not allowed to come here. I don't care who they are. I'm talking about like family and associates and whatnot. I don't even allow people in here. Ain't no fight parties here. Ain't no Spence versus Crawford fight party going on in my house. No way. You understand? I don't care if they go to the church. I don't care about none of that. You understand? If I don't have a level of trust for a person to come to my house in general, don't come, because I don't care. I'm gonna treat you like a robber if you come knocking on my door. Simple as that. So I don't understand, how can a person feel comfortable with allowing a so-called pastor in their house? You don't know what's on a person's mind at all. We talked about before allowing the kids to go over to other people's houses. No way. No way at all. You understand that? No way. He says that's disrespectful anyways to show up. That's how drug addicts and bums act. That's funny. That is funny. Let's go furthermore to the story. So this is him right here. Daniel Mayfield, 35 years of age. He said the woman and her sister reportedly found the pastor alone in the backyard after she saw a light outside the bathroom window. The man was found alone in the backyard of a woman's house. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? It says, after looking into his phone, investigators reportedly identified at least 5 more victims, some of whom were allegedly filmed in the bathroom of the church, according to the news. Mayfield is accused of setting up a camera there and filming girls as young as 14 years of age on at least 3 occasions dating back as far as July 2022. Wow. So the man, he had set up cameras in the bathroom of the church that he ministered at, so-called ministered. So meanwhile, while this man is giving a sermon, or whatever the case may be, he had a hidden camera in the bathrooms at the church. That makes you wonder. Now you put people on some type of alert now. Like, wow, when they go into bathrooms, because sometimes, listen, if you got to go, you got to go. Whether it's at the McDonald's bathroom, Burger King, a truck rest stop bathroom, another family member's house bathroom, a church bathroom, anywhere else. You understand? Now it puts you on high alert now, because you don't know what type of mind people have as far as like setting up a camera. A camera could be as small as a crumb. You don't even know. A crumb. And a person don't even know. You understand? Furthermore to the story, it says, you would never think someone you know that's like family. What? That's why you got to stay ready. Meaning you can't trust everybody. Don't get so comfortable with people that you consider them family. It takes a certain level, man, to feel that way. It takes a certain level. I don't care if a person calls himself a pastor, a minister, a brother in the church. It don't matter to me. I've always been this way of cautious. Of course, I may have slipped up in the past, allowing people to get too close to me. And guess what they did? Oh, man, they had a knife waiting. It says, because that's what our church is like. It's like family. You would never think something so devastating would happen in that little circle of people. Isabella Godfrey, a member of that church, told the news. Well, you got to wake up, sister. Wake up for sure. Because people out here playing for keeps. You know what I mean? You got people running rampant with wickedness in them. What's up, Maddie? Hope all is well. Shout out to you, Maddie. You know, you got people who don't even care about church. They don't care about it. They don't care about striving for God. But they go undercover as an informant, infiltrate, whether it's things like this or in other ways they do it. You know, they get in certain type of positions to fulfill their wicked habits. Who's to say, you know, besides these counts that he got charged with, it's not the first time that he done it. You know, so we definitely got to be careful about, you know, creeps like this. Listen, even your own blood relatives could do you wrong. There are some people out there that been molested by their own father, by their own mother, their own grandfather. You understand? It's a sick thing. The wickedness of the minds that people have, they sexual desires. What happened to getting a wife? Why the man gotta film 14-year-old girls? Man, all these good-looking grown women out here. All these fine women out here. You gotta stoop so low that you want a 14-year-old girl? Yuck. What up, Jen Juice? The man gotta stoop so low that he gotta film a 14-year-old girl. That's disgusting, man. At the end of the day. Disgusting. What a 13-year-old, 14-year-old could offer a grown man? Nothing. The man mind shouldn't even be on somebody that age if he's 35 years old. You understand? Listen, you go to a Walmart, you go to a Target, you see a good-looking woman walking around. Listen, I'd rather a man to go spit some game to a grown woman to try to get a number and go stoop so low to filming a 14-year-old girl? Really? Really? I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. We was talking about the 7-year-old guy who got caught. We talked about that yesterday. I think we talked about the 7-year-old guy from this TV show with Chris Hansen. The man was 70, and the father, well, they played like they was the father. The police didn't mind him having intercourse with the 13-year-old. And the 70-year-old man said that wasn't his first rodeo with a 13-year-old. So the man did it more times than that time that he got busted by the police off of. So you got a lot of creeps out here, whether they so-called preachers or they just regular people, meaning with no title of a pastor. Some of them all already have engaged in that type of activity. Now they want to go into a place like a pastor or a coach or a teacher. You understand? Whereas though a lot of people are vulnerable, just like this woman who gave a little quote or whatever from the church. We was like, family? Oh, no. You got to be very careful with people in general. Very careful. Very careful. It takes a strong bond to build that trust with somebody. We're talking about like serious trust. Trust in these days is very, very thin that you can't trust everybody. I don't care if they call themselves a preacher. I remember Gino teaching like, never get too close to people. Never get too close to people. Now, him and Williams, they grew up give and take. If you grew up with somebody, y'all played in the sandbox and all that, all right, cool. But besides the fact, never get too close to somebody. Now, sometimes once in a while, you might connect with somebody as far as like a friendship. Cool. A real genuine friendship that you can really call your brother, call your sister, and things like that. But that's very thin. What's up to Khadijah Reeves? Shout out to you and your YouTube channel, Khadijah Reeves. Go check it out. I see you cooking. I get the notifications when I'm at work cooking some breakfast, some lunch, and dinner. I see you. You know, shout out to you. So these people actually feel comfortable with allowing people like him around their kids. You know, people go to these malls when the Easter dummy come out, when Satan Claus come out. They allow their kids to sit on their laps. I don't get it. It might be some pervert under that costume. You understand? It might be somebody like him. Wow, I'm gonna get me a little part-time gig at the mall, playing as Satan Claus, or playing as the you laugh, or playing as the Easter dummy. I know the parents going to allow their kids to come sit on my lap. You know, you'll be surprised. He said, "Thank you. You're welcome, Khadijah Reeves. You'll be surprised. You know what I mean? Oh man, around the wicked holidays and whatnot, man, it'll be a long line at the mall of parents having their kids to line them up for Satan Claus. Oh, I put that to a halt years ago. Years ago. I think this is before coming across the truth of God and whatnot. No, I don't want my children sitting on another man's lap. Not at all. Whether he got a costume on or not, he's still a regular man. No way. You understand? Because I don't know what's on that man's mind. You know? I remember when I was a kid, my mother allowed that. Boy, I was a fool. You understand? And man, I thought I was getting the toys I was asking for from Satan Claus. You know? He said Easter eggs. You laughing. You said a drunk Satan Claus. What up, Elohim? It's crazy. It's crazy. And in some situations, in some churches, I think sometimes they allow the bishop or the pastor to sit on members' laps. What? Are you crazy? No, I ain't. Listen, I ain't engaging in nothing like that. I remember another situation. What is his name? Wayne T. Jackson, the so-called preacher from Detroit. I think that's the one that he allowed Donald Trump to come to his church to speak at. They had a little ritual, whereas though I guess they call it consecration or something like that. Whereas though the other preacher was laying on his stomach. Go check it out on YouTube. Type it in. Type it in. Wayne T. Jackson. And the other pastor or so-called preacher, whoever, they laid down and he got on top of the man. And it started looking like he was him. And they want to call that consecration. What's wrong with these people out here, man? They ain't nothing but dry humping. You want to call it consecration? It's some sick people out here. And years ago, when I put that video up, when I tried to expose Wayne T. Jackson, he's the father of He's the father of Brandon T. Jackson, the one who played in Lottery Ticket with Bow Wow. So they flagged my YouTube channel one day with the lawyer. They had a lawyer to come flag my YouTube channel because I exposed him. And I didn't know no better about, community guidelines and stuff like that back then. I didn't know. But they was upset that I put that up. It's the truth. You understand? Listen, you got a lot of freaks out here. Let me see if we could go to it right now. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not gonna play the video, but I'm just gonna show like the little thumbnail and whatnot. Wayne T. Jackson hump. Going to it right now. Let's just see if I can find the pictures and whatnot and things like that, man. Just bear with me. Bear with me right quick. Let me see if we got enough images and whatnot. You gotta go to YouTube for this. You gotta go to YouTube and things like that. It's called, what is it? Great Faith Ministries, I think. Type in Wayne T. Jackson. Wayne T. Jackson. You got a lot of sick people and perverts in the churches and whatnot. You got a lot of perverts, a lot of sick people. You got some people in the churches that undress other people. Huh? They do. You know what I'm saying? You said this is gonna sound weird, but he looks familiar. Yes, Wayne T. Jackson. I mean, he's a little popular and whatnot. He is. He's a little popular. You understand? He said, I feel like I've met him or seen him before. Yeah. Are you talking about Wayne T. Jackson, or are you talking about this so-called preacher who was arrested for filming these underage girls and whatnot? So yeah. It's sick times. They speak upon the last days. I mean, it's some sick days also. It's some sick days when you got a grown men. Grown men. You know what I'm saying? Plotting on kids. He says, I'm talking about that picture that's right up now. Oh, I mean, he is from South Carolina. I don't know where you're from or whatever the case may be, but this person, he's from South Carolina. I believe he has another professional job and stuff like that. He's like an event coordinator. His primary job was, I think, what I saw on LinkedIn and whatnot. I think. You know what I mean? So, as I was saying, that it's a sick world. It's sad that you really can't trust nobody out here in this world no more. It's hard to. Let me tell you something. It's hard to trust people out here in these days. I don't care if we go to the same church. You understand? I don't care. I don't care, man. Like, it's hard. It's tough, man. I mean, it can happen over time. Granted, it can happen for sure. I'm not saying it can never happen that, you can't trust somebody in general, but trust, the air of trust is very, very thin. Very thin. You understand? Keep your circle short and sweet. You know what I mean? If you got kids and whatnot, hey, that might be it. That might be good enough. You know what I mean? That might be good enough just to have in your circle, your family, kids, immediate, close family. I'm not saying it's not everybody can't be trusted. Some people can be trusted. There are some sincere, real men of God preachers out there. I'm not saying everybody. is wicked, but a high majority of them are, because every week, it seems like every week, like I always state, that the majority of their crimes deal with something sexual towards kids. You know, I trust my dad even though he's not a believer, but he's very trustworthy, and I trust Pastor. That's pretty much it so far. Wonderful. There are some people who are not believers that can be trustworthy. You understand? I believe Gino preached on that. That some people may not be striving for God and stuff like that, but they can be righteous. They can be more righteous than a person going to the church. I remember him preaching on that. They may have more morals, more values. You know what I mean? More respect, trustworthy, a good person at heart, but they just don't follow the scriptures and whatnot. They taught about that before. You know, it's a sad thing because we all get looked at as to blame. You know, because when an unbeliever or somebody outside of church in general, oh, now another so-called preacher was arrested. I bet you he was a Christian. I bet you that. You know, and then this is why it's good to have these live things, because you explain to people like we don't condone in that. We ain't involved in the Baptist church. We ain't involved in the Catholics and whatnot and things of that nature and what have you. We ain't with those type of people at all. We don't condone in filthy actions like this. At the end of the day, we expose people like this. We put people on notice about people like this guy right here. It's a sad thing. You got a bunch of these haters on here, a bunch of these trolls. They weren't about the wrong stuff. They weren't about the wrong stuff. We're about stuff like this. Because this man could have been in your church, touching and filming on your kids. You understand? But you weren't about, I don't know. Somebody emailed me or something like that. Do you know that Gino Jennings got a Bible with that look like the Holy Quran? Okay, so what? So what? You weren't about things that don't even edify nobody. What about situations like this? You know what I'm saying? What about that? I'm pretty sure there's churches out there that look like XYZ, but it's all about holiness there. You know, the True of God, they bought a church that was a Catholic church that still have the appearance more so of the Catholic church, although they changing around. Doesn't mean they're Catholic. People worry about the wrong stuff all the time. Oh, wow, why is that window painted this way? Wow, that's the Illuminati. They worry about the most irrelevant things out here. Well, you got people like him in so-called churches plotting on kids, preying on kids, Preying, in general. You know what I mean? It's a sad situation that people worry about things like that. You know what I mean? They ain't trying to help the people out here. They more so about gossip. This, that, this. It's not about that. You know what I mean? In general. All right. He says they use that as an excuse not to believe. Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree to that. You know? But a lot of churches is facing things like this. Whereas though people are covering up real good. Real good. They think they ain't gonna never be caught. And granted that some so-called preachers out there, the members sweep it underneath the rug. I believe like they tried to do with Eddie Long before he passed away. Oh, he's a man of God, and yeah, he's a man of the God of this world, right? Eddie Long, a man of God? Really? The stuff he was doing? You know? The members try to sweep it underneath the rug like everything was okay. Everything is not okay. You understand? It's not okay at all. Listen, one wicked person died. Well, I don't know what he did before he passed away. I don't know if he repented. I don't know if he received the Holy Ghost and stuff like that. So I don't know. I can't call it. But now they brought Jamal Bryant in there. Huh? As if it's going to be any better. You know? It's crazy times right now. It's crazy. You understand? I don't get a lot of these so-called preachers out here, man. A lot of them. You know? But in general, man, it's some sincere people about the word of God in general who's trying to strive and who's trying to help the people out. But how it makes it even harder to help the people out when you got creeps like this, because people, they see stories like this and they shun away from the church. I don't want to be a part of that. I was doing fine. Man, they creeps up in there. Church people are hypocrites. You hear that often. Church people are the biggest hypocrites. I heard that before. I heard it before. You know what I mean? I'm on Facebook scrolling. I believe somebody said church people are pastors the biggest hypocrites. And somebody said, yep, they be effing the members. I was rolling because I said, you know what? They ain't lying. They're not lying. Now, granted that if they said majority, yeah. But they wasn't lying about that part. That some preachers out there are hypocrites and they are, doing the members. That's what they're there for. You know what I mean? Claire says, that's what my dad says, that religious people are hypocrites. A lot of them are. And I wanted to talk about that on my other YouTube channel sometime this week. Maybe sometime this week to talk about it. Are church people the biggest hypocrites? That was going to be my title. You know what I mean? In a live conversation. I definitely, there's some hypocrites in the church. But one has to explain, like, okay, granted that, some people are working to get themselves right. Are they trying to get themselves right? It's tough obstacles to get right and to be delivered. But then again, you got some people who just play around with church. Saturday nights, they in the clubs. They got the tight red skirt on. Huh? Listen, they got their freakum dress on. You know what I mean? And some people go out to the clubs just to get a one night, to get a one-hitter quitter, to get a grand slam. You understand? They go to the clubs and parties to get a grand slam. To lay with to lay with some stranger that they don't even know. And then in church the next day, like everything is okay and whatnot. What? You understand? They think it's cool to do that. Go to the strip club. Go give a stripper $500 for a VIP, whatever. Me personally, I've never been to a strip club. You got people smoking weed, doing drugs. Think it's okay. Listen, I'm not perfect. We're talking about the people who dib and dab and play around with going to church, not the ones who's trying to make an effort. That's two different types of people. You understand? But you can see a person in the church. I remember walking into a store in Jersey City, going to get me a little something to eat, whatever. There was a woman of the church that I was going to at the time. Man, she bought a scratch off. She was playing the lottery. Listen, I wasn't even in church like that. I ain't say nothing to her. It's like she said, I'm struggling. I'm trying to get right or something like that to stop playing the lottery. Boy, she was guilty. And I didn't even know much of the scriptures at the time. You know what I mean? Caught red-handed, playing the lottery. I said, you ain't got to explain to me nothing. You got to take that up with God. This was a grown woman, 40, 50 years of age. I'm young. You don't got to tell me nothing. I ain't going to say anything. I'm here to get me a sandwich. You understand? And a Gatorade and a bag of Lay's potato chips. You know what I mean? Jinju says, I had to dismiss mommy respectfully and told her I got to go because I'm missing Tony Harvin Network. Tony Harvin Network. It's the channel we on. Tony Harvin Network. She says she talks for ages. Tony Harvin Network. Tony Harvin TV. That's the one with the Truth of God videos. And shout out to everybody going to that channel, the Truth of God, Tony Harvin TV. It's been a lot of work trying to build a third channel, man. And I appreciate everybody for coming on, subscribing, hitting that notification bell. We building. It feels like the beginning times, when I built the other YouTube channel. It feels just like that. That is growing little by little. And you know what I mean? Just got to keep having, good faith that it's going to expand. And I appreciate everybody who's been going to that YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? So back to the story at hand before we conclude. Be careful. Be careful who you call family. Be careful who you call your friend. Be careful who you say you trust. Be careful to the people who say, I love you. You understand? That's it right there. A person can reel a vulnerable person in with those words, I love you. You understand? They can reel a person in because they know those words right there are sweet words to make a person vulnerable. And that demon could creep in and complete his or her mission on you and your family members and whatnot. It's all right at Gin Juice. It's all good. Shout out to everybody in the chat room, those who low riding also. We're going to be shooting another live on the primary YouTube channel. I got that scheduled for 8:30. So tune into that if you like. If you like, I'm not begging anybody, for sure. I don't beg. Shout out to C-Rock Smooth, man, doing his thing and all that on his videos. Khadijah Reeves. Simply Behold. Simple Faith YouTube channel. Who else got YouTube channels that they putting out good content? Who else is out there that I forgot? Jude and Perdido. Holiness Message and Encouraging Word. Shout out to her, putting out the Truth of God. Terrence Worship Center or Solution, whatever you call his YouTube channel that put out the Truth of God. Alpha and Omega YouTube channel. Who else is out there? Man, there's a lot of them out there that's putting out the Truth of God. There's a lot of them out there putting out the Truth of God. But the thing is, consistency. Consistency of putting out this message. It's a lot of work. It's a lot. I mean, people don't know. Putting out these videos and these lives and these shorts, managing these channels and putting out and editing and all this stuff, it's a lot of work, man. But thank God that, He gave us certain skill and abilities to put the truth out along with our own creative content that we are doing for sure. So God bless to everybody out there who's doing their thing with YouTube. Listen, if you need some pointers with putting out a YouTube channel and stuff like that, listen, I don't mind giving out advice. But what I will say, it takes a lot of work. It takes consistency every day consistency. Some people I saw on my Facebook, I'm gonna put out a YouTube channel. They thought it was easy. They thought it was easy, but it ain't. You understand? So this platform is basically to put out the truth and to expose false prophets in general. Put out some news clips and talk about health and wellness, of course, and other things that don't contradict the message. You know what I mean? And we tend to, pop shot these trolls out here when they got something to say in general, but we don't focus on them too much because yet they listening. You know what I'm saying? I hope they take heed to at least start exposing these so-called preachers like this. Never mind talking about me or anybody else in a sense of because you're jealous. Help expose these so-called preachers like this because you don't know a so-called pastor like this could be plotting on one of your family members in general. All right. Genju says, I only trust and love God and mommy. We good. Wonderful. Wonderful. A lot of people trust their mothers and not their fathers, But that's a different topic for a different day. I bet the next topic on the other channel is going to be lit. It's just based. My title is talking about Geno Jennings, the videos and whatnot and stuff like that. We're gonna dib and dabble and talking about the message and the truth of God and stuff like that. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of trolls. There's gonna be some trolls on there. Oh, Geno is false. He don't believe in the Son of God. This, that, XYZ. The common stuff, the common trolls and whatnot. There was a troll on there yesterday. I had him on a block list for about a year. I took him off 2 days ago. I said, watch this. Let me take this person off. Let me see if they show up on the chat room. That means they had to have been watching my YouTube channel for over a year. The person was named Devil is a Liar or something like that. If you could remember, Gen Juice or anybody out there. This person was on my block list for about a good year, maybe longer. I normally do that. I said, let me take these people off the block list. Let me see if they comment. If they comment, that means they have been subscribed to this channel and they hit the notification bell to this channel. And they couldn't wait to be off that block list so they could say something. And that's what happened yesterday. You'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. You know what I mean? These people say the same stuff over and over. The same stuff. Y'all don't believe in the Son of God. Y'all cult. Y'all false. Y'all this, y'all that. Okay, why are you listening for? What you listening for, man? I don't get it. Why do you keep listening for? Talk about serious topics and whatnot. All right, if you disagree, then at least talk about exposing these so-called preachers like this. Help the movement of getting creeps out there, out the pulpit. You know what I mean? You said Mr. Charles Dewell is still hating. Man, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Him is like, when you make hot tea and you get your lemon, you just squeezing the juice out of it, and you just can't get none anymore. It's kind of that situation. Like, I don't even want this lemon no more. I ain't gonna, you don't want to talk about this guy no more. It's like I don't know about him. He said Murray just threatened Geno. By the way, well, what I heard, somebody said that he was going to put out some secrets or something like that, or whatever the case may be. Listen, the man been out First Church for about, I don't know, I'm gonna just take a guess, like maybe 16, 17 years, I think. The man's still holding on some personal stuff. I don't know. I don't get these people, man. Now with him, I think it's a little bit more personal with him. You understand? But many have tried to put out certain things that it just didn't work. It just didn't work. You got a good point at Claire. You said their gospel is Gino, not Jesus. I might use that later on. That's a good one. Because that's all they talk about. That's all they talk about. Now, Gino may throw a little something, a little jab. That's it. Us YouTubers may make, little videos here and there. But every video, man, they can't get enough, man. I think they put out more talking about the truth of God than I put out the videos. But that's on them, man. If that's what they want to talk about, then if they feel as though that's what they want to do, then hey, man, I don't think about those fellas at the end of the day. And there's a lot of recycled members at Kendrick Murray Church of First Church. They was in Philadelphia recently. Some of the former members said they didn't want their face on the cameras. Cowards. What are you scared of? I believe in scripture in there says God has not given up the spirit of fear, right? What are you scared of? You don't want to put your face on film, on camera? Cowards. Oh, we're going to talk about it later. I hope you bring that to my memory at Gin Juice. These former members talking about they don't want to be on camera. You hiding for? All right, you left, so what? Who cares? Nobody thinking about you. Nobody after you. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to put out more edifying information like this to get creeps like this out the pulpit, and for sure. Nobody want to see their ugly face on camera. For sure. I'm just joking. Okay. Elohim. What up, Allison Hurd? Mr. Benjamin Israel, tribe of Judah. Man, you look weird, man. He says, oh man. He said, wasn't you scared of Brother Jay and lied about what gym you work out at? So you a hypocrite, huh? Scared of who? Lie about what? Me? A liar? He said a lot about the gym I work out at. I don't need to grow no dreads to look like you trying to look like Fetty Wap or something? Get out of here, man. Back to you. You said a lot about the gym. I go to Team Tiger Boxing Gym in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Mr. J, he traveled all the way from, I think I talked about that. Yesterday. We talked about that yesterday. You understand? So we're not gonna go into that. You know what I mean? He says, why are these Hebrew Israelites always threatening someone or another? He said, Brother Jay went to your gym with his camera crew. Some people said they don't even know you. Wow. They don't know Tony Harvin? Check this out. We're gonna get my receipt from the gym, right? Team Tiger. Let me look it up right quick, man. I don't really like to show information like that. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if we can show it right quick. So the man said a lot about going to a gym, right? Check this out right here. What does that say? What does that say? Huh? That's my receipt from my boxing gym. Stop it, man. Stop it. I don't know who he asked for or what, but when I'm in the gym, you think I'm thinking about another man coming? I don't care. The man wasted his money coming to see me, a man. He said, troll alert. He says that can easily be manipulated. No, it can't. That's an email, man. You understand? Shall I show a debit card invoice and whatnot? The man, he said the man came to the gym, right, with his camera crew and started asking about me and whatnot. It's tons of people in the gym. You have people from other gyms also there sparring, probably. Who did he speak to? He didn't speak to Coach Dre. You understand? Who did he talk to? You know what I mean? So you got to understand that the man showed up with his. I didn't watch the video or nothing like that because I don't look at brother feces. You know, the man the man called my phone on some Saturday, I think. He said I'll be there in an hour and a half, right? He think I'm supposed to have my phone in my pocket waiting on him to call me while I'm in the gym or about to go to the gym or leaving the gym. I'm not thinking about another man while I'm working out. He said, you what an idiot. You going into a gym with a lot of people in there. And if you don't know that a boxing gym allows other gyms to come in there. So if you asking another person from a different gym, of course they're going to say they don't know me. Duh. That's why I told him to speak to the coach. Coach Dre picture is on the outside, on the right-hand side. Why didn't he speak to him? He would have called me. He would have texted me, listen. Or he would have got at me, beg your pardon, because I don't keep my phone on me. I'm in the gym. Who keeps their phone on them in a boxing gym? Who? So the man he's excited. Wow, I'm going to see Tony Harvin. Wow, over some YouTube stuff. I don't care if you came or not. I'm not thinking about him. It was a hit or miss. You understand? He was so excited to spend a whole hour. Listen, I don't know if he did or didn't. I don't know because I didn't see no video. Maybe he did. Like we spoke about it the other day. We said maybe he did came. We don't know. For all I know, I could have been in the bathroom or something like that. We could have been outside working out around the place. You don't know that. That's why I told him, listen, go speak to the coach. The main coach. In general. You understand? So if he did come, kudos to him. He wasn't coming there to spar me. He wanted to have a conversation. I'm not thinking about a man coming to the boxing gym for a conversation. Now, if he said he wanted to spar something, then we could talk business. Now, I'll be ready for that. But if you want to talk and have a conversation, he got my number. He wanted to bring a camera with him. He brought a camera with him. Now, what does that tell you? The man was looking for some type of attention. You understand? He said he had a camera crew with him. Really? A crew of people? For me? Whew. Really? You sure he went to the right gym? Number one. What we was talking about here? He says, this clown is a fan. Ignore him. He wants attention. Get some help, troll. Yeah, he's another troll that was emailing me. He's another one. You got all these trolls. Listen, this is my secondary YouTube channel, man. It's a low-key YouTube channel. Low-key YouTube channel and whatnot. He says, Brother Lucifer has entered the chat. Oh, man. Got them going. They going, man. They excited. They went to some gym and they asked about me. Probably to some people who don't even go there fully. They said, we don't know him. That's why you speak to main people. Main people in general and whatnot. Now, he's excited that he went to a gym. I don't know if he did or didn't. I don't care. You know what I mean? But if the man would have put a camera in my face, oh, he would have got the business. How about that? So thankfully, we didn't run into each other because you said the man had a camera crew. And to my recollection, all he wanted to do was talk. But a camera crew? And if he would have pulled that camera out of my face, I'm sorry. No. You understand? No. So the man, by you saying that he had a camera crew, he was just looking for some type of attention or publicity stunt. And that's the same thing that happened when the cat Jensen Williams came to the church. He said he wanted to debate, but yet he had his camera crew in the background recording and whatnot. You ain't sincere about it. You ain't sincere about a conversation or a discussion. These people out here, they come off like they sincere about something, but in hindsight, they just doing it for attention. So blessedly, we did not link up and we did not meet up because him put on a camera would have been something else because I'm not YouTube Tony Harvin when I'm in the gym. I'm not that. You understand? He said, you're supposed to be holy, but you on here making threats. No, I'm making self-defense comments. And I know you're not talking because I got emails from you. I got emails from you talking crazy. You understand? If you're going to be real about it, talk about yourself first. You know what I mean? Talk about yourself first. All right? He says, you lied. I never emailed you. Really? You see what he said, y'all? He said he never emailed Tony Harvin. Check this out right here. We're going to get the email right here. Let's go to it right now. All right. Let's see if we can find it. We're looking for it right now. It's in my Gmail. Are you going to sit here and lie like that, man? Tell the truth. He said, I can't see his comments. That's because he probably blocked you. That's why. He probably blocked everybody except me. So we're going to do him a favor. You know? And we're going to block him. You know, so as we was talking about with this so-called preacher who was arrested for filming these young girls and whatnot. Hey Jen, all the time, man. He said all the time. So that's what he did. See, the deception that he did, he blocked most of the people in the chat room, so I could only see his comments. So it make it seem like I'm talking to myself. You understand? Clowns. And he's still listening. He said, "Good move." Good move. Absolutely. So he said he never emailed me, but I got a bunch of emails from him. I mean, cursing up a storm. A man with dreadlocks with a stupid looking face. You understand? We're gonna talk about that on the other channel too, man. We're gonna talk about that. Matter of fact, I should go to the gym right now and record it. You understand? I should do that. But we ain't gonna feed into nonsense like that at all. Because I don't watch Brother Jay's videos at all. I don't watch his videos. I don't watch these trolls videos unless somebody say go here, go there, check it out, this and that. But Brother Jay, I don't watch his videos at all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them got female habits, as we talked about yesterday. Their emotions. You understand? The man reminds me of Leprechaun. Bruh, stop it. I don't waste my time on fellas over YouTube wanting to have a conversation with me, and you got one of your boyfriends talking about he had a camera crew and whatnot. It would have been bad for him. I'm sorry. It would have been bad for him. It would have been bad for him. It's not a threat. Is you can't go to somebody's, let's say somebody working out, doing push-ups or whatever, and then you got some clown off of YouTube coming to you, talking about, I want to have a conversation with you about some stuff you said over YouTube. How girly that sound of a man. Of a man. I didn't take Brother Feces serious. I didn't care whether he came or he didn't. Whether he recorded the gym, I didn't care about it. Because it makes him look pathetic that he got in his feelings as a man over some comments that somebody said over YouTube. And I'm going to continue to say it. Brother Feces. He said camera trolling. He called me on a Saturday. Man, I'm an hour and a half away. I'm in Raleigh. You waste your gas to see a stranger off of YouTube and you a man? I prefer you going to see a female for a date. I bet he feels so big and bad that he went to a boxing gym to go see me instead of a woman for a date. Wow. Man, you got so much pride, man. Well, you tough. You big and bad now. I mean, how it sound? Man, I'm going to see this man off of YouTube, man, Tony Harvin. Because what he said over YouTube, I'm driving an hour and a half to go see him. Remix it. Listen, I'm going to see this woman. I'm going on a date with her. You know, she's 15 minutes away. I think she could be the one. Now, which one sound more manly? Which one sound more manly? Going to see a female, to build a bond, having a date. I'm going to see this man, this YouTuber. He's a man. I've been thinking about this all week. What? What? I don't get some of these men on here, man. You listen, you won that. You can have that. Listen, he came. Listen, he came to the boxing gym. He wanted to have a conversation. He wanted to pull a camera out, and possibly would have got out because I don't play those games at all. You understand? I don't play those games because I could have had my kids there. Let alone if I had my two sons there. Whew. Whew. You understand? Let alone that. So we don't play these games like that over this YouTube. When you come to somebody's place of business and whatnot, if they're working out, let them be. If you feeling some type of way because somebody call you brother feces or dwarf or leprechaun, so be it. There's been people who talked about my mother, who comment underneath my mother, comments on Facebook. I ain't coming to see them. For what reason? They done said my daughter's got Down syndrome. They done comment under kids' pictures and whatnot, curse me out, threaten me. Listen, I ain't coming to see nobody at all. I'm gonna go in the refrigerator or the freezer, give me a T-bone steak, season it, have me some potatoes, and that's it. He said that's not healthy. Oh, man, I don't get it, man. I was supposed to sign off 10 minutes ago, but we're gonna continue it. We're gonna continue it on the other channel about 8:30. Listen, I'm about to go for a run right now up on EWT Harris Boulevard in Charlotte. You understand? So relate that to Brother Jay if you're listening. Because when I go to the gym, I'm not carrying my laptop. I'm not carrying my camera right here. I'm not carrying my microphone. And my mindset is not on YouTube unless I'm recording fun workouts or whatnot. But my mindset is on combat. It's on combat. You understand? So YouTube don't matter. When I'm locked in, I'm locked in. So if you come to a gym like that and you come with the mindset, oh, wow, this is YouTube. No, it's not. It's not at all. Because I see people like that as a threat automatically. I don't care if you're coming for a friendly conversation. I don't know you from a can of paint. You understand? I don't know him. And he don't know me at all. If he think he could just come and have a conversation, it wouldn't work like that. I would have dismissed him easily if he would have came with his camera crew. I don't know if he came or not. I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But I guess he needed some type of proof. Like, yeah, I showed up. I showed up to Team Tiger boxing gym. I went inside to ask a couple of people about him. They said they didn't know him. Not everybody know everybody. You got to speak to the main people there. The main people. You know what I mean? I doubt if he come back. If he really came. You know what I mean? But we're going to end it off right here, man. He said, imagine disrespect Tony's mom, kids, how disrespectful and low. I let God deal with them clowns. They'll be pushing up Daisy soon. I wish I could say what I really want. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it a little later. We're gonna save the good stuff for the main one. I can't believe they come to this YouTube channel. This is a low-key YouTube channel, man. This is how you know they watching. They watching. And they subscribe, they hit the notification bell. And I know Mr. Brother Feces, he's happy, man. I went to the gym to go see another man. All right. Hope everybody have a wonderful day. And we're gonna continue to expose false prophets like this, who got in mind of hitting agendas of trying to record young girls and molesting kids and whatnot. Thank everybody for tuning in. I'm Tony Harvin. We having another live, Lord willing, tonight, 8:30 on the main YouTube channel. Do remember, if you're new, go subscribe to the third YouTube channel, Tony Harvin TV. Nothing but the True God videos and whatnot. Thank you all for tuning in. Tony Harvin signing off. May you all have a blessed day. I'm out. Peace. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell.